Let's face it, if you're an athlete or someone who likes to work out, you're gonna run into problems with your hips. Whether it's pain, whether it's tightness, whether you can't get into proper positions like squatting or deadlifting that you want to, you're gonna come to a point where you have to train your hips. Here's 3 exercises I do on my weekly routine to help keep my hips healthy and my body feeling good. Exercise number 1 is a hip airplane. So how you're gonna do this exercise is you're gonna prop yourself up on one leg. You're gonna hinge like you're doing a single leg RDL, and you're gonna grab something to balance on with your opposite hand. From here, you're gonna rotate around the hip all the way down. When you're in this down position, you're gonna feel a good stretch in that glute. And then you're gonna rotate all the way up. Notice how my body is moving together and this leg is very stable. How I like to think of it is think like you're a rotisserie chicken, right? So this isn't moving, but the whole body's twisting like a rotisserie from the toe to the head, down, then all the way back up. This exercise is gonna be really good for building strength through length into your glutes. So if you have problems shifting in your squats, if you're having back pain because your hips are tight, it's gonna be a great one for you. You can make it better by adding some weight to it. Stretches and exercises are only as good as they're able to be progressed. So how you can add weight to this is you grab the little kettlebell with the same leg that you're gonna put down. You're gonna wrap it around your back and kind of set it on your opposite hip so that when I hinge right here, I got the weight on my left hip. So when I drop that hip down, it's gonna pull me into even more of a stretch and then come in back up. Adds a little bit of weight to it. So the prescription for this is gonna be, I would do this 1 or 2 times a week, and you're gonna do it about 10 to 12 reps each side, holding the bottom stretch for about 2 seconds. So 2-second hold, coming up, maybe a second hold at the top, but most importantly, 2-second hold at the bottom. There's our exercise for the outer hips. Now let's move on to an exercise for the inner hips. Exercise number 2 is gonna be a weighted butterfly. So we're moving on from the outer hips to the inner thighs. So you're gonna get as close to a wall as you can. Really make sure your low back's all the way down. Then you're gonna pull your feet as far as you can in, make sure they're even. You'll already feel a great stretch here. This is, already a good exercise in itself, but again, exercises and stretches are only good as you can progress them. So we're gonna add weight to here and drop it on the knees and let it push. From here, rather than just holding statically, we could be a little active with it by lifting our knees up to get those muscles active and then letting them drop down. So what you're gonna do here is you're gonna hold the bottom stretch for 5 seconds, and then you're gonna lift it up slowly, then go to the bottom, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back to the top. You're gonna do 5 to 10 reps of that. You'll notice immediately when you do this stretch that you probably have one side that goes a little bit lower than the other. I don't know if you could see great on the camera, but this right side over here is a lot higher than my left side because that side's tighter. So it's important for me to just know those things because it might affect how I run, lift, or do other things. So now that we're done with the inner thighs, let's move on to the front of the hip. We hit the outer glute, we hit the inner thigh. Now we're gonna move on to that front hip flexor. So we're gonna do a full range split squat, or some would call an ATG split squat if you're in that world. So you wanna get in a wide lunge position, having this front foot and back foot farther away from each other than you'd think. You wanna try to flex this glute and keep this leg as straight as possible as you lunge forward. Only go as far as this hip will allow, because you're gonna get a big stretch through here. And then back up. Again, going to the bottom, you're gonna try to sink nice and low, and then lift it back up. You're gonna do this 1 to 2 times a week, 5 to 10 reps with a 2 to 5 second hold at the bottom. As long as you focus on keeping that back leg straight, you're gonna get a big stretch through that hip flexor. And like we said, exercises are only as good as you could progress them. So how you progress this is you can grab either 1 or 2 weights. If you're gonna grab 1 weight, replace it with the PVC pipe. Now we're here. This weight's pulling me into a little bit deeper of a stretch and then coming back out of it. Sometimes all you need is that one exercise. Sometimes what you need is a full approach. So if these don't work for you, please reach out. We can book some time together and I can help you figure out what the real cause of your pain is. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, do all the things, and I will see you next time.